What is going on, everybody?
Oh.
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations 2. When we left off, we had the president of Zhangfa. We have met him now, and he's being a little bit of a fishy-wishy, and we're getting some
fishy-wishy.
We're getting some fishy-wishy evidence. So now we're gonna put the fishy-wishy camera data to good use because
fuzzy.
Yes,
He is kind of fuzzy.
the evidence is in this photo. He is very much the president of Zhangfa. What was his full name again? I know it's a doozy. Dijong Wang was a bear, but Dijong Wang, well, he didn't have no hair. Dijong Wang was fuzzy, was he? Okay. Anyways, now that bit's falling on its face. Interesting. And where's this photo exactly? Hey, they didn't even know which one we needed. Proof that the flag was flying in this photo is right here on the right here.
Hooray! I was correct.
Don't you see? The fluttering flag can be seen in this photo.
Jesus Christ!
No!
He looks like one of those sprites of a character in a fighting game where they're like just in a pose ready to punch.
I must say that for his sprite in that moment has some of the most animation that I've seen in one of the games up to this point.
Yeah.
Because usually they have, they kind of have some in-between animations that, you can clearly see his eyelid going, as it is in a slow motion kind of way. But then you have him where he's just like super fluid.
It's like his whole body,
it's interesting.
yeah.
There's no mistaking that the
Animators
flags
are
were flying at the moment of the incident. So then, it really was the guy who shot the balloon.
Yeah, like aside from the typical like facial stuff, like talking and blinking and all that.
Well, what I mostly mean is that they put in extra time
Mr.
on his
Knightley
animation.
is the assassin. Yeah.
Yes. Horace Knightley is.
That's what I mean. Like aside from that, they put extra into this guy.
Maybe. All right. Is it another twisty twist?
I don't think he is.
I think it's almost too obvious at this point. They got to keep the mystery rolling. So
I think he's the client, to be honest.
Yeah, and he would use as a distraction. Horace Knightley is not the assassin. Oh, but it's like Maury. Horace Knightley, you are not the assassin. He'll just start throwing chairs around.
Oh, no.
The only thing he shot was a balloon. A balloon on the opposite side of the president. He wasn't aiming at the president.
No. Why then? Why was it? Oh, his own gun was distracting me. I'm like, what is that in the corner?
Yeah.
Why was it necessary for me to do a thing like that? Depending on your answer, I might take aim at your pretty little head.
That's a threat of murder? Why was it necessary? I presume the reason is connected to the one thing that's felt out of place. The one who shot the balloon was the president's bodyguard, Knightley. That fact will change the entire viewpoint of this case. Okay, got some logic to put it in here. So, Knightley's position, and then Knightley being the one that shot the balloon seems like a good one. I don't think we can put the assassination attempt together with that yet.
No.
So I want to put these two together.
Because that makes sense.
Because that should give us something new for the assassination attempt.
Yay!
Why was Knightley's position changed?
That's such an aggressive throat clearing.
Yeah, whoops.
Because I can't turn my head to the right. My position got changed to the president's left side. In other words, I was relocated to the right side of the stage.
Was that really the only reason? If the plans had...
know. Was it?
If the plans had not changed and Knightley remained on the left side of the stage, Knightley can't turn his head to the right. Would he have been able to aim at the balloon on the left side of the stage? Perhaps. Jesus. Perhaps the security plans were altered so that Knightley could shoot the balloon? If that's the case. What's this? The details of the security plans were changed?
Yeah, that's right. It was changed yesterday.
Flashback.
President's orders. Yep.
Security plans were changed on the president's orders.
President's orders. Now that'd be an interesting voice to do.
Huh. So,
what do you
Well, I mean, the one thing that I think I kind of semi-lean towards last time with like a quick one-off, even though I don't know why. But if the president's the one that changed everything to make these plans work, then
Yes.
he would be the one essentially behind his own quote-unquote assassination attempt. Because he's the one that changed it to make this whole thing still work. Because Knightley couldn't turn his head, so the president switched them so he could turn his head and shoot at the balloon.
Yeah.
But why would he do that why would he hire himself to get murdered? Is he just that tired of, maybe he's just so afraid of living in fear, he's like, you know what? I'll do it myself. I'll hire the assassin to kill me.
Jesus.
Obviously that's a joke, but
Yeah.
in other words, the president knew about the balloon being shot. He knew about the attempt on his own life. If you think about it that way, everything that's been out of the place is beginning to add up.
Been out of the place.
I messed up there.
Is your throat okay?
Yes, I'm just, I've got a, it's like, you ever have phlegm that's stuck in the back of your throat? And it's like,
Here, have some water, not Mountain Dew.
okay, thank you. You go ahead and talk about, what's Kay saying here?
She's not saying anything that says Ruth.
I mean in the picture.
Oh.
Like, you're like, vocalizer.
So this is my first Instagram photo.
Oh no.
I didn't figure out how to use filters yet, so bear with this face, lol.
Alright, oh poor thing. Alright, here's your water back. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Why was the assassin able to get a gun past such tight security? Why was the assassin wearing a conspicuous red hood? Why
Ooh, that's
did they use
cool
a
angle.
laser sight that would so easily reveal their location? Why was the president so calm after being shot? This was a truth the president and his subordinates tried to conceal. There can only be one reason why Knightley fired the gun. The entire assassination was a setup.
Eh?
Huh?
How dare you? Do you seriously understand what you're implying with this?
Of course I understand. In fact, now I understand everything. Mr. President, you wish to take the investigation rights from me. That was all so you
From
could
me,
conceal the
Miles Edgeworth,
That was all so you
ace
could-
prosecutor. The fuck do you think you are?
You do realize what I do, right?
You
that
know-
was all so
do
you
you
could
know
conceal
who
the
I
real
am?
truth.
Do you know what I've been through in life to get
How
to
dare
this
you mock
point?
me with these spurious allegations?
Mock you? That was not my intention. I simply used logic to uncover the truth. That is all. Knightley fired the first shot in order to rupture the balloon. Hearing the gunshot and the sound of the balloon bursting, the audience began to panic. This was followed by one more shot.
Wait, one more shot?
Yes, Knightley turned towards the balloon and pulled the trigger a second time. The second gunshot was also fired by Knightley, to create the illusion of the second shot hitting the president.
So what about the bullet that hit the president's bulletproof vest?
What if that bulletproof vest had been prepared in advance?
What's the matter, Mr. President? Afraid of facing a little bullet?
That's not true. I was definitely shot.
If we examine the bullet in your vest, it would answer the question for us. Will we find Rook's blood on that bullet?
He really does look like he's about to vom.
What? The person in the red hood who shot me is in that photo.
Weren't you listening, Mr. President? From the bullet's trajectory, the one who fired the shot must have been Knightley.
Then Nicole.
She too was part of the president's plan. She was to bear the blame and become the false assassin.
The red hooded figure.
Exactly. I don't know how much of the plans Miss Swift knew beforehand. However, she didn't fire the gun. All she did was aim the laser pointer at the president's head.
That's right.
Once the crowd began to panic, you would turn your parka inside out. And thus the red hooded figure vanished. After that, you discarded the gun and security plan in the trash. And the illusion of the assassin vanishing like a ghost was complete.
Out the assassin gone, the case will go unsolved, pal.
Yes, that was what he hoped for.
That's why he wouldn't let Mr. Edgeworth investigate the case.
Exactly. All of this was an asinine publicity stunt from a lying president.
Oof.
You.
Wait. Did his
He
abs disappear?
deflated.
Oh my. You. Oh.
Oh. God, the animation is so well done.
They put so much work into this, man.
They did.
You're wrong.
He revealed his true form. The assassination is a lie, isn't it?
Why did you have to pick you?
Let's see. I just imagine that one voice, that dog.
I'm thinking, Scruff McGruff,
Yeah.
the crime dog.
Yeah.
For you fellow Americans that remember that. Yeah, I don't know if he's still shown to kids nowadays, but Scruff McGruff, the crime dog. My God. And this man was a rip-off dare lion. How dare you?
Oh my God, calm down. Well played, Mr. Prosecutor.
Nightly.
I am speaking with the president now. Thank you very much.
Whoa. You're a chess player. You know knights always strive to protect their king.
Don't shoot me.
Revolver awesome.
Quite literally, yeah.
So shut up. Now.
Are you threatening me, Mr. Knightley?
Ah! What's with this guy?
Oops, sorry. I went over the top there. But on to business. As my first move, I want to ask you a question. You say I fired a gun on the stage, right? Then I should have been caught. The entire audience was watching me.
I see. Now it's my move. You used a certain object to prevent the spectators from seeing you.
A certain object.
I only talked about it for like 5 minutes last time.
Suitcase.
But, do we have the actual suitcase or?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
The attaché. The attaché case.
Exactly. I'd like you to have a look at this photo Kay took. Your right hand is completely hidden by the case. This photo captures the exact moment you secretly fired the gun. Use the attaché case as a screen. What
Whoa!
the? What?
Whoa!
Well, that was random, but okay.
Yeah,
Caught me off guard.
You seem to enjoy making up convenient stories, Mr. Prosecutor. But you've missed something.
What have I missed?
That everything you've said is just a hypothesis, a theory.
A game theory.
Thanks for watching. Flags flapping in the wind, using the case as a screen. The security plans were modified because I can't move my neck.
Is that your attempt at air quotes, sir? Is that air quotes? Or are you trying to like gather invisible berries from a bush? It's like he's just like
Be quiet, I'm concentrating.
he's his eyes are closed, just like, let me find a berry. No, that one's too ripe. Not ripe enough. No, that one's just right. Like what the?
He's grasping at straws. I don't know. You've got no decisive evidence.
No.
Yeah, it'd be great if you had the bullet that hit the balloon. Then you can examine it and see if the ballistic markings match my gun. But that bullet's probably at the bottom of the lake. Finding it would be real tough, right?
I hate to admit it, but it's just as he says. There is no decisive evidence.
If there's no proof, the only thing you can do is shut up. So do so.
Damn.
Oh!
Miss Swift?
That's
it. If she speaks, we could hear new testimony.
Speak, woman. Hey, lady, you got something to say?
never mind.
There we go. I thought so.
Nicole! Don't be afraid. The truth will escape if you let that man intimidate you. You're a reporter. A journalist, are you not?
No, it's been a lie.
Oh, shit.
I will not remain silent.
You'd better consider your position. Use your head before saying something you'll regret.
He was spinning the gun so fast there for a second.
Yeah.
I forgot the #1 rule of journalism. Lie. No. Journalists must not tell lies. You can't call it a scoop if it ain't the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm sorry. I've been hiding this the whole time.
This is
Really?
Edgy
Edgeworth?
Boy.
Come on.
What is this newfangled contraption?
I used this laser pointer to aim at the president. That's all I did. I never fired the gun.
You stupid woman!
You sexist bastard.
If you testify, you'll be admitting you're an accomplice.
Okay, Car. Way to throw off the scene.
Right? I don't care. I'm gonna tell him everything. 3 days ago, I was covering an event at the Zangfa embassy. Then sometime the president's men, some of the president's men called me over.
There we go.
I don't know, my words just didn't.
Welcome to my world, man. Every other fucking line.
It's like I'm
just-
reading it, but my mouth isn't.
Yeah.
They said if I cooperated, I'd get an exclusive interview with the president.
And the gun in the trash.
I really don't know. All I was told was to come wearing a red hood and to aim the laser pointer. I never thought it would snowball into all of this. I'm really, truly sorry.
Nicole, thank you. That was a testimony worthy of the courtroom. This is sufficient testimony to verify the fake assassination plot.
Damn you. The lot of you. You're all a bunch of mindless morons.
It's a shame. If only you'd been able to usurp the investigation as planned. You would have been able to silence this young lady.
Blast!
He scarred his face with that one, apparently. Jesus Christ, my man.
He really looks like a horse now. with his lips and all that.
Oh my god,
Oh
my man.
goodness. So tomorrow's headlines now read, fake assassination plan exposed becomes a murder. Right?
I can't believe they did something this horrible, pal.
I admit nothing. I plead the fifth.
Well, hello there.
The president. Just give him that, well, which dog is that? There are too many cartoon dogs. You know, you got, talk like this.
You gotta put your,
I can't. God, there's too many cartoon dogs. No,
I
it's
don't
not
know how you
Snivel.
can do that.
Whatever. But the president?
Rightly, that's enough. We have no choice but to admit it.
So, Mr. President, you admit that you planned a fake assassination?
Yes, I admit it. I'm sorry.
But why? Why did you have to do this?
My approval ratings in Zangfa have fallen. I wanted to appeal to them as a strong president who survived an assassination.
Oh.
But in the end, it was just a lie. A stupid lie.
And the bold and the bulletproof vest?
Prepared earlier. It was not fired today.
Okay, this is all good stuff and all. Fake assassination attempt. So what the hell happened to Rook? Are we just gonna let that slide for
I
now?
know, yeah, and
At
like-
what point is someone gonna walk in and be like, "Hey, by the way, there's also a dead body sitting here in your plane. Can we explain that real quick?"
Yeah, and what about Shelly, who just pieced out earlier?
I know they're obviously going to go back to the death that's in the plane right now.
Yeah.
But everyone just seems to have forgotten about that and is focusing on the assassination attempt. But
It was not fired today.
Poor Rook, poor Eve.
yeah, it's like he's just watching from above, just like. These
fuck?
motherfuckers forgot about me. It's like, hello, get to the point. Who gives a shit about his approval ratings? What about the approval of my funeral?
Yeah. Right. But what about Mr. the Killer?
It seems our plan was leaked. Someone wanted to make this fake assassination real.
That's why the killer wore the red raincoat. He would impersonate the culprit from the plan in order to approach the president.
But there's still one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
Why did Rook die?
He doesn't even
His
know.
death was not a part of this charade. And yet it really happened.
Yes. Why was his life taken?
Ethan was an outstanding bodyguard. Even though he wasn't from my country, he had an utmost trust.
Why you side-eyeing, dog?
I wouldn't think that having the trust of a cowardly president meant that much, honestly. Damn!
And that's the same sort of bond between me and Mr. Edgeworth, pal.
I wouldn't put it that way. You know what? I wonder how much of this plan Rook was on, because we know that Knightley is willing to do anything apparently to keep it, to protect his king, as he said earlier.
Yeah.
And he's side-eyed, so he might be involved in this, and you know, he does look like a villain in the first place.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Rook was gonna be like, yo, I
Well,
can't
the
do
president looks
this.
like a villain too, until now.
Until now.
Yeah.
Now he's just a sad puppy. I wouldn't put it that way.
He's a sad bulldog.
Did Rook know of your plan? Oh, yep, there it comes. Rook didn't know, and when he found out, he was probably like, what is this? He was like, I can't stand for this. You know, Rook damn near, you know, did the whole thing with the killer a few days ago, remember? He was the one that broke the killer's arm to protect Knightley in the first,
Oh yeah.
the attempted real assassination attempt. So he was probably like, what the fuck are you guys doing with the fake assassination attempt?
Yeah.
And Knightley's like, not now, man. He's like, screw this. And he's like, bam. And it's like, uh-oh.
Not the exact details. I asked him to cooperate, and he refused.
You should have listened to his advice.
Yes, indeed. I wouldn't have done this I wouldn't have done this if I had known.
You're being too dramatic.
What?
Rook was just one piece of the president's defense.
Knightley? That's...
And it's not as if he cooperated with your plan. I did. He ran away, taking whatever dignity he had left with him. Good riddance.
I know you're a valuable bodyguard, but still...
I don't have time for this, sir. I'm the team leader now. There's going to be a lot of changes now that the chicken's gone. Oh, damn. After all, adaptation is the most important principle in chess.
I knew you always wanted to be the team leader. But... is this a bit imprudent? Imprudent?
Imprudent.
Fuck.
I will orchestrate even more perfect plans, just like this one.
You definitely have ambition. But wasn't your perfect plan today a failure?
If it weren't for you and that idiot Rook, it would have been perfect.
What did Rook do?
If he hadn't died, the killer wouldn't have threatened me. And you would have never set foot in this plane.
Knightley, how could you say such a thing?
Yeah, he died trying to save you, Mr. President. Maybe he fulfilled his lifelong ambition.
He died protecting the president?
Huh? But the assassination was fake, right?
Of course it was. But you need to listen closer, little girl. Little girl. Remember the guy who wanted to make the fake assassination real?
Uh-oh.
There were 2 gunshots at the time of the incident. The first was, as you said, I shot the balloon. But the second one wasn't me.
So who fired the second shot?
The real assassin, but it wasn't the killer. He intended to attack the president with a knife, not a gun. The lucky winner was the hidden queen. Or should I say, the lady in the coat over there.
Uh-oh.
You're accusing Nicole, pal.
I ain't no assassin.
Really? I don't believe you. The gun that was left in the trash, that was yours, right?
Oh boy.
I shot the balloon and entered the plane with Rook and the president. Rook waited in the cabin while I led the president into the security room. When they came out, Rook was already on the ground. The bullet that lady fired must have hit him while we escorted the president to the plane. The shot was fired from the gun you found in the trash.
So, you're saying you don't know exactly when the victim was shot?
A knight's job isn't to protect the Rook. It's to protect the king.
Huh?
What he's trying to say is that his job was to protect the president only.
Oh. It's over if you lose the king. Checkmate. That's the first rule of chess.
I just realized his tie is a chessboard, and I hate
You
it.
just realized
I just saw his tie, and I was like, oh.
Oh.
If you let your pieces get taken right in front of you.
One of the first
not
things
likely
I
to win.
do is absorb character design.
True. I'm always lost more in the lines that they have a lot of times. And
Yeah.
mostly, I focus on their lines and their facial expressions, and then their body language, like their hands and stuff. That's where my eyes
I
drift.
look at the character design. That's
I know
because
you're the one person who's the artist who
Yeah.
looks at character design. I'm the one that's like the voice actor guy that gets into like emotions and stuff like that.
I mean, I do too.
I know, but I'm saying
You also like to write.
yes, that is also
You're the
true. I
writer.
do focus on writing when it comes to whenever any kind of manga is made by you, I like to try and help with the writing stuff on that.
Yeah. But I did win. Look, the president is safe.
Don't claim victory when the game has only just begun.
Wow, this dude, he needs help.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I don't protect the rook. He died, so the king's fine. It's good.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that was your colleague. Like, what?
All right, shut the balloon, enter the balloon, and enter the plane with the president and him. So the victim had no part in your plan?
Yeah, that's right. He didn't even know it was all fake.
So you're saying he thought it was a real assassination attempt? Ah, but you fired the gun right next to him. Wouldn't he have noticed that? Like, wait.
Maybe he did. Not that it matters now. Besides, even if he thought the assassination attempt was a fake, his duty was to protect the king.
He made a split-second decision to sacrifice himself. The victim was truly the man of honor.
You're wrong. It was all part of my plan. He simply assisted in our little performance on stage.
We're waiting in the cabin while at the president and in the security room.
Hold it.
Why did you do that? The assassination was supposed to be fake.
There were a lot of guests milling around outside. Wouldn't it be bad if the president, who just escaped an assassination, was seen lounging around and drinking grape juice? Imagine the headlines.
What was the victim doing at the time?
Grape juice again. How should I know? I was with the president inside the security room. Anyway.
Alright, and when it came out, Rook was already on the ground. Hold it! Where did you find the body?
About where he is now, he collapsed in the middle of this room. When I returned, the door to the plane was already closed. The bullet must have hit Rook right before the door closed. Talk about a hassle. It's all his fault this plane failed. Damn.
Right, that's too far.
Damn. Even if he protected the king, he couldn't protect his honor. He was careless in his duty and he paid the price for it.
This man is truly despicable.
Jeez. As I was saying.
The bullet that lady fired must have hit him while we escorted the president to the plane. Weren't you both carrying bulletproof attaché cases?
Yeah, when Rook noticed the laser pointer, we opened up those bad boys and became the president's shield.
You're telling me the bullet slipped through the space between your shields? Are you claiming that Miss Swift had such precise aim?
Well, she was targeting the president. I wouldn't say her aim is precise at all.
So the bullet was off target and just happened to hit the victim instead? Through the tiny gap between his bulletproof vest and case?
I don't want to believe it either, but they say the truth is stranger than fiction. Rook was hit by a 1-in-a-million shot, and you have the evidence to prove it.
I do. Shot was fired from the gun that you found in the trash.
Yeah.
So the second shot wasn't part of your plan?
That's right. She did that on her own. If you think about it, wasn't she desperate for a scoop?
I'm a journalist. I ain't no murderer.
Well then, who was the one who joined the plan in order to get exclusive coverage? It's just like you said. I orchestrated this fake assassination attempt. She was only supposed to aim the laser pointer. I guess it wasn't enough for her. She prepared her own gun and took aim at the president. She probably thought she wouldn't get caught if she went on and shot me too.
Nellie fired the first shot, and then Miss Swift fired the second one.
In other words, Nicole also had a gun. I never thought she was the type.
Without any proof, it's just pure speculation.
Then bam! Let's present some evidence!
Alright, so I mean, the big one would be... shot was fired from the gun you found in the trash. The only thing I can think of right now is the fact that...
Even this guy's a total douchebag, I still kind of like him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, the only thing I can think of is the fact that this gun...
I like the way he's written.
Yeah. Now, this gun is only... This is the same model as the one that the security has. So... It's a Zhang Fa ordered gun. So why would she have that if she was, just...
Well, no, they met her there, didn't they?
No, because they're saying she did this on her own. They're saying this was her attempt at the real assassination. So... we might have some life to spare. Maybe this is it. And I believe that's the only thing I really think of, because everything else doesn't really...
Because it's the same model that they have.
Yeah, nothing else really speaks to me about... Obviously, it's the little fucking a bunny in the security
But
monitor.
is that what we would present it to?
Yeah, because this is the gun that was found in the trash can, so we can say that this wouldn't make sense. Just like that.
Okay, yeah. I'd say he's like, what would you call him, an anti-hero?
I mean, to be fair, we're gonna prove the fact that he killed Rook, so he's a villain. Maybe he wants to be the anti-hero in his head, but he's just a
Because he's like,
villain.
oh, I'm protecting the president.
He's
but
doing it for his bride, but
Yeah.
So you shot the balloon and Miss Swift shot Rook. Is that really true?
I can't see it any other way.
The gun we discovered in the trash was fired twice. Oh, that too. That the
Yeah.
trash gun was fired twice. The
trash
gunshots
gun.
don't add up.
Oh,
Why don't the gunshots add up? It's simple. This gun is fake evidence left behind by the real criminal.
fake evidence.
Think about it. The criminal planted this for a reason. By finding the gun, we'd assume that the assassin was in the audience. In order to make us believe that the gun was used by the assassin, the gun needed to appear as if it had been fired twice.
I get it, because 2 shots were fired during the incident.
However, we proved that the bullet had hit the balloon did not come from this gun. That was the most terrifying brake sound I've ever heard in my
Was
life.
that a bus?
I was like, was that Siren Head coming to...
It sounded like Siren Head.
Siren
yeah.
Head with one of the amnesia monsters in tow. What the hell was that?
God.
Therefore, I have my doubts as to whether this gun also took Rook's life.
Here it comes. You're packing some serious heat. Enough with the song and dance. You've come this far. Go ahead and say it.
I won't just say it, I'll prove it. The one who really shot Rook is... well, it was you.
Yeah, he's right there.
Horace Knightley. You murdered Rook.
You finally said it.
Knightley, you couldn't have.
The killer wasn't the only one who took advantage of the fake assassination plot. You intended to murder Rook and claim he was a victim of the assassination. Once the president entered the security room and had the door to the plane was closed.
He threw in another word.
Yep. Only the victim and Knightley would have been left in this room. And at that moment, you fired a third bullet directly at Rook.
He sounds like he could have the accent that I gave him.
Maybe.
A third bullet? Ha! Only 2 gunshots were heard. The numbers don't match up.
The plane's walls are soundproof. If the door was closed, the gunshot would not have been heard outside.
But wasn't the president in the next room?
That's true. The president may have heard the gunshot. Mr. President, did you hear a gunshot?
I didn't hear any gunshots.
But weren't you watching this room through the security cameras?
The cameras in this room aren't usually turned on. I turned on the power after I entered the security room.
So you didn't turn on the power immediately after entering the room?
No, actually, I...
What did he do? We'll find out next time.
And he's looking at us.
He really is just like,
How could you do that? Why would you... No, anger. Oh no, I'm just sad. Why would you do that to your poor viewers? Why would you make a cliffhanger? Why would you... How dare you?
You're having way too much fun with that.
just a little bit.